y'all? I'm here with Travis Skelton, and we are talking about the Holley EFI Backdoor Shootout at the 2023 King of the Hammers. Travis, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well. Travis, this is your first time racing at the shootout.
Correct. Yes, very first shootout.
You want to tell us what you brought to race?
Okay, what we brought is a Jimmy Smith chassis. He originally built it. It's a rear engine bouncer, so the motor's in the back instead of in the front. It's got a 14 bolt in the rear and a Dana 60 in the front. It's all 4-linked. They don't have trailing arms. The motor is basically a 383 stroker that I bought off Matt Schisler. It's all naturally aspirated, about, I don't know, 400, a little bit over 400 horsepower, but we just put some new 2.5 inch by 14 Radflow shocks on there from Chris Wygant. He helped us get them. We're getting them tuned in. They're getting real close. They're not 100% where we want them yet, but he took them apart for me a couple times out there while we were doing some pre-running. Redid some valving and things, so they're coming along great. 2-seat buggy. Got great visibility out of the front because obviously, you know, the motor's in the back. Other than that, it's it. It's pretty basic.
Let's talk about the shootout itself.
Once you pull it up there in your buggy and you're looking out over at the top of Idle Issues into the dark, and all you see is just the crowd on the other side, it's a pretty cool feeling. It's a little nerve-wracking there for a second, but you know, once they say go, you forget about all that and just go.
You had probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest, downhill portions of that race. Tell us about when you rounded that corner and headed up into Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah, when I ran that corner, dropped in the sand, just grabbed second and pinned it up through there. And I had my line picked out, so I did the best I could. I hit it a little too hard. Did more bouncing than driving, really, but that's how it goes. Hell, we had a great time, and I wouldn't change it. I'm not glad that I broke, by no means. I mean, that was my fault. I didn't think I would get as much traction, I guess, to break the part I did, you know, the front right axle. You live and you learn. We went out there, we had fun, we put on a good show, and that's what we was there for.
Is there anyone else that you need to thank for the trip out to California?
I always thank Mom and my buddy that works for me, Chad Buffin. They take care of things while I'm gone. You know, all my family, everybody supports us, all the fans. Like I said, my buddy Doug Wilson at Metalworks, he done a bunch of work on the buggy for me as far as remounting the shocks. We've got a fire suppression system in here now, so you know that's a lot safer. And just everybody in general, you know, it's turned into a pretty big world now, so it's really hard to remember. Everybody's to single them out.
Sure.
Just like to thank everyone.